spend. Every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk Today.
What is on your mind, Cayman? If you are ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Here's your host, Sterling Dwayne Ebanks.
Hey, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us on another magnificent Monday's edition of Talk Today. We have survived the weekend. Give thanks to the Most High for the wonderfulness that shall unfold for this week. Some open line until 1:30. Then Ms. Ivana Martinez will join us. Hey, she has come in with gifts in tow. So stay tuned for Talk Today.
Avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Email Talk Today at candw.ky. Let your voice be heard.
And now, back to Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, Radio Cayman Talk Today.
Akin, thank you so much for joining us as we invite you to share your thoughts with us. How are you feeling? Well, I think many of us are very grateful, very, very thankful that despite all that has happened thus far, not just even this month, this year, we recognize, not all of it has been good, and a lot has been not just most unpleasant, but perhaps in a way that even though through illness and disease we were expected, but still we feel that a sense of loss. So, accept our public prayer that God's hand will guide you, His word will comfort you. You'll find His Spirit to imbue you, His angels surround you, and you feel lifted up, supported, nurtured, not alone. And for many, as much as they want to feel that and believe it, for now, the wound is still open and is still raw, and they are unable to feel that sense of comfort. So let's draw alongside those. It's challenging. It is indeed. And as we recognize that with the passage of, the recent storm, as it made its way into the Caribbean, it seemed to have come with a forceful vengeance almost. And then as it neared close to us, videos emerged that, from our friends who were chatting with us. Thankfully, for some, we still had the technological connection that we could see that despite what was being reported in the areas which they were the case, not too bad. Of course, the media and the politicians and the like going to sometimes inflame things if it's to their benefit or they're going to downplay it. It depends. I say that to share that to what extent is their honesty and integrity. Some will be offered something that they well deserve and they'll say, no, that's okay, give that to somebody else. And others who, don't having the right to claim it, going to exaggerate so they get more, whether that's the spoils from funds offered by international agencies or potential insurance claims. So that's the nature of it. But who are we, as the individual? Are we those with integrity who are going to do just, the right thing, or are we going to follow along and say, boy, better get it while I can because it might be gone soon, deservedly or not? Well, that depends on who you are and what you want to be and the legacy you want to be reminded, because it seems that in the aftermath many people are celebrated and only good things are said, and then in short order the truth comes out, and as longer the time passes, the more people are cognizant to say the truth, not always complimentary. So be that thing that you would like to be reminded of in a good way, be that now. 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp call 925-32621. Got a couple of messages, in particular one I want to read in relation to a comment that we shared on Friday about the vehicles parked along the roadways. This wonderful lady eloquently shared it, gave us permission to read it as was shared, and I credited her. She says she stands behind what she says, and that's the kind of stock that we value. But let's take this call first. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am very thankful. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Can you hear me?
I can indeed. Very clearly, I'm thinking, I'm looking around to see if you're standing over my shoulder. Where are you? You sound great.
I'm not going to even tell you that much.
All right, but I'm glad to hear from you. Glad that you're sounding great and better every time. Mm-hmm.
Yes, my dear. Yes, Sterling, you doing okay? How's Westby?
Boy, it's still there, and still not independent yet, but I'm not just kidding. Westby, like the country.
Don't even say that. Don't say that one too loud, please.
Oh, you should have heard the conversation earlier. No, it's
the look at that warship out there, boy. They might just set us independent.
Let me listen to you as you talk to us, huh?
Sterling, I drove through Southtown yesterday, and I drove through town as my Saturday thing to take my cousin shopping. And Sterling, going back to Southtown, 95% of the residents up there has trees in their yard hanging over the main street. And seems like nobody, I don't know who's going to have these trees trimmed from hanging our streets there in Southtown if we need to use that for emergency or just using it regular. I've been talking about that for some time now. Seems like nobody's trying to touch those trees that hanging over the street. I don't care how pretty they are when they're blooming. Mm-hmm. Blooming can bring death at some time too, you know what I mean?
Right.
But Sterling, that boardwalk, I don't know what the heck they call it, boardwalk, now they built up there at Southtown.
Yes.
But it's pretty damaged. And I remember Sir Allen going to the radio talking about that some time ago, what it was going to do up there for the locals, and it was going to be like a beach that we can go and use, and we're going to put barbecue grills, and we're going to put cabanas with a what do you call it again, no walkout, boardwalk to walk out to these cabanas. You can sit in the cabanas and, overlook the ocean, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Overlook the ocean and so forth, And he said there was going to be no loud music, and there wasn't going to be any sales going on there at the location. All good and well. But it was sitting there for a while, and it was turned over to Austin Harris, and they built it. The boardwalk, what the heck they call it. I'm not sure what the right word is for it.
I think boardwalk is, they've called it a boardwalk. I mean, many people call it a waste of money. I mean, $2 million of expenditure. But
I want to get to that. I'm going to get to that right now too.
Yeah.
To see the damage that got just from what we had imagined was, or whether it was any more stronger and bigger in category than what was. I guess just about every piece of that wood was going to be found in the middle of the road. And how they got it roped off, and people are still walking up there on it. and you can step in between the boardwalk and go down into the sand that is under it and so forth. I understand it must have cost like $10 million to build that. And I heard on the radio that the radio was talking about what they're going to be fixing, the government, what they're going to be fixing that boardwalk was apparently on the list. At Sterling to go and spend $10 million to build that some time ago. Apparently it wasn't built too well. And they're going to probably now go and spend another about $20 million now to rebuild it. Is it going to be any stronger and the better? We don't know. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But to see that boardwalk is there, and I got to spell it how it is. You can hang up the phone on me if you care to. I don't see no black folks up there using a boardwalk. If they have a little jet ski going on up there, you'll see people up there. I am not a color prejudice person. I have nothing about anyone wanting to walk their dog, but that is a human walking track boardwalk. It is taken up for a dog track to be walked on. It is like having a dog park, and I come in like a dog park for a certain individual to go up there. You don't know how vicious a dog is. The first thing I tell you, the dog doesn't bite. She's good. He's good. You don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No one underestimate the power of a dog when they're ready. You know? But I'm starting to see that the money they got put back in that. And there's so many people here who need help desperately. I know that I probably run them into 15 to 20 million when they get through rebuilding that. Because look at the whole thing got to be rebuilt. And like I said, people are still walking on it with their dogs and so forth. They don't take heed. But they go and get hurt and that they're going to sue my government and your government. See where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Sterling, we'll hit on the police officer a little bit here. You know, we got these police cars that's all lit up. They said I was testing that, and apparently it's continue on the cars. How can they do anything when they go out to, if someone is robbing somewhere? The guys are getting a signal that he can see the light miles and miles away. They're going to dodge, they're going to hide, they're going to do whatever they're going to do and go on by their business until the police car crosses, goes back to the building, later and rob the building, whatever the case may be. I think Mr. Walton needs to look into those lights on those cars and take them down because it doesn't serve any purpose. And this thing about giving our police officers 4 days on and 4 days off, we need to try to have a more regular service from these guys and having them on 4 days and bringing them on for take off, being on and off for 4 days. I think that's ludicrous. The island needs a police officer in every corner that we can think of the way things are going right now. Saturday, I was in town from 8:30 a.m. Saturday, and I drove through town, West Bay Road and Walker's Road. I never saw one police car. From Newlands to West Bay Road, I never saw one police car. I don't care what road I took. I don't saw one police car. Not one. So what I'm trying to say is that there needs to be working from 7 till 7, have another shift come on, because in Sterling, when these guys working this 4 shift, and when it's their time to pack up and go home, you cannot call that station and say something, depending on what it is, say that, you know, something is happening, it is 6 o'clock. The first thing they tell you, you got to wait until the 8 o'clock shift, because the 7 o'clock shift is coming on. By the time they get set up, it's roughly about 8 o'clock, depending on how serious the situation is occurring on the roads. So if Mr. Walton listening, Mr. Walton need to cut that thing about 4 days on and 4 days off. Are they bringing in sufficient information and in cases that they entitled to work 4 days and 4 days off and getting paid to be home for 4 days? I am not saying a police job is easy, and it is hard when you are driving up and down and not accomplishing anything, burning your body out and burning our gas in our car and mashed up our vehicles and putting more mileage on, and how many reports are being turned in to that police station on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis to say that Tom June has done a tremendous job this month on the road, picking up people speeding, people driving without license. They're not even doing a random check on the road. Stop me sometime, man, to see if I'm fully licensed to operate what I'm driving. What's wrong with doing a random check?
Well, you raise a lot of interesting points, and I'll just maybe speak to the last part where you talk about the policing. Without being any sort of expert or knowledgeable about the policing, maybe from what you're saying, maybe review an initiative community-based. So I would say, hey, the approach to policing could be different. It could be like what you say, more of an integrated approach, recalling in a limited way what Sir Robert Peel talked about, the British policing approach, and I thought of community based. I don't have enough to know that the 12 hours on, 12 hours off, as they do, is beneficial to them or to their jobs. Maybe it's a detriment to their bodies. Maybe there are things that could improve, but who knows, right?
Who knows? It has to be looked into, Sterling, seriously, because even the side road, these guys are speeding. Even the side roads, and if they're bad enough on the main road, if they can do it on the side roads too.
Right.
I mean, what's going to become in the next 2 years? What will happen next 2 years on the road? You're not going to be able to come into your own yard. You can barely turn into your yard. Now when there's zipper crossing you, you go to the parking lot, they want to run over you trying to park, you try and get into your door.
But if I might, and I mean, I take on board what you're sharing, but I'm thinking to myself, and I share it out loudly, speeding in the side roads in the parking lots, driving without license, either for yourself as a driver or for the vehicle, whether it's insured or inspected. The police shouldn't, that should be something that's a reflection of us as a community. I don't think that, yes, the policing initiative to crack down, that would be good, but that speaks more to what we are becoming as a society, who we are as people in our society. It would be nice if that's not something that the police should have to worry about, because the people in the society are above that sort of, behavior. I mean, wouldn't it be better if we were better people than that?
Sterling, I would love to see better people in our community to look up each other, and you see something, you say something. But we got people that have been living here for years, and people who's coming in now, they don't care.
Yeah.
Because then they got this mentality, they want Cayman to go under. To where they came from, that degree.
But again, if that's the case, that's a reflection of all. I do recognize and I respect, relax just for a second more. We got a break, right? But that phrase you just referenced, probably picked up after 9/11, see something, say something. We pick up and we say so much stuff, right? That I wonder if we are stopping to realize how much we're creating to the devalued society, But you've raised good points, and it's not so much an incessant complaint. It's probably a growing frustration that we're becoming this degraded society. And, thank you for championing as you see it, All right.
It's not nice, but anyhow.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll talk some more.
Indeed we will. But thank you, right? And to our listeners, until 1:30, there'll be some open line. And share your thoughts. I mean, it's a good way to get things going. You may have a complaint. Other person might see it as just a constructive comment. Who knows? Join us after the break, and we'll take this WhatsApp call next.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
A caring and community spirit, cherished family and cultural values. These are some of the things that still embodies the Caymanian way of life in the Eastern Districts today. Savannah Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy, located in Countryside Shopping Village, is delighted to offer products and services of real value. Whether it's catering to your family's medical needs or carrying apparel, gifts, and beauty products, Savannah Pharmacy provides you with more than just prescriptions. Remember, they're always just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
Prescription refills made easy at Savannah Pharmacy. WhatsApp your prescription refills to 929-5045.
The mission of the National Conservation Council and the Department of Environment has worked to protect and conserve the unique plants, animals, and habitats that make the Cayman Islands so special. Learn more at conservation.ky.
Radio Cayman, your #1 community station, would like to remind you that we are in the hurricane season, and in order to survive a hurricane, you need to be prepared. If officials' sources say a hurricane is imminent, please board up or shutter up windows in your home or place of business. Remember to use good lumber, as makeshift boarding may actually cause more damage. Also put strong bracing on outside doors so that they are not blown off or blown in.
This hurricane advice was brought to you by Radio Cayman, your caring community radio station.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us. It is open line as we take this next call. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, afternoon, Mr. Sterling.
Hey, how are you today, man? How are you?
Well, I could be better, but I thankful.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. It's always, always a scope for that.
Yeah, I agree. I was listening to your last caller, and I was saying to myself, like, I don't understand why it is that we want to have and invite more tyranny to our island than what it is already. Like how we have, she's talking about something that is completely, to me, irrelevant, because I think our police service needs to be Caymanized first before we talk about telling them to take off those lights. And second, I think that we need to know how to be civilians so that we can have proper civil matters dealt with. Because if we expect the police to come in, just lock up anybody that we feel like should be locked up, and sneak up on anybody, because as far as I remember, that it's against the law to stalk in this island. I don't know if that's just an exempt for the police only to do that, but they're human beings too.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you saying?
No, and inferring from what you starting to share is that if we are more sort of civilized people with an ethos, a society that looks at things and not have to have police intervention, everything, not have to worry about. Let's take littering, for instance, right? The late Mr. Rupert, he would always call and just try to appeal to people. Stop throwing your garbage in these areas, whether they're out of sight, out of mind, whether they're along the roadways. If you go to the beach and you take stuff with you to eat, take it back. Don't leave it there. When the tourism minister, Mr. Brian, talked in a video and he referenced to people being nasty, I'm hoping that people will take that to heart and go, you know what, he's right. Because here is, relative to Mr. Rupert, a much younger person, and understanding that that's not what we are. So it would be one thing, if I'm hearing you correctly, to have laws against littering and fines that are enforced and the like. But it would be better to have a society that don't have that issue. You go to some places in the world and they're clean, not because there's this great fear of the police right there around the corner to nab you because you throw a candy wrapper or a cigarette butt or whatever on the ground, but it's because the society is one that is above that. That would be a better society, right?
believe so. You know, but we got a island, right, that have a bunch of people that expect things to be done for them, and then they don't want to take the initiative and just do it. Literally, I live by this thing, say just do it. If I
Yeah.
see something need to be done and no one there to do it, I just do it, because at the end of the day, if I sit down there to be watched over and
Right.
expect someone else to do it, then how is it going to get done? Like when I was in California, for example, right?
Mhm.
I remember living with my daughter for a little bit down there, and his wife don't like me, so I say, okay, cool. I go to a different district with a different area there where my other family members live, and I learn how they live down there. There's a lot of gangs in a nice, beautiful community. There's a lot of gangs, and to be in public there, just by knowing your surroundings, knowing your environment, knowing the people around you, knowing who to call, who to trust, where to go, these type of things, it made the society even safer, even though the gang activities were there very
Right. So,
dominant. But at the
exactly.
same time, you know, the enforcement of the fact that we don't have the proper enforcement to do civil matters. Whenever we hear about civil matters, that's a gateway for the police not to do anything.
Yeah. Well, I picked up on two things that you
No,
shared. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, those things.
Yeah. The civil matters, I mean, I've heard a lot of people would share that they'll go to the police about something and the police say, oh, that's a civil matter. Now, without knowing, you know, the extent of it, just the general conversation, an instance where somebody gave somebody money or someone took someone's money, you know, some sort of thing, it would seem that, you know, it would sound like theft. It would sound like something that would be criminal as opposed to civil. Why are those things considered to be such? Is it a practice that we are adopting? Is it something that we're ill-informed and not quite sure? So to your point, having greater avenues for redress in that way. But if I can rewind something just further back to what you were sharing about, you know, just do it. Are we now at a place in our society where that initiative, that industriousness, that thing that we had where we went and we did because it needed to be done for ourselves, for others, we're now waiting on somebody? I think that's what you said, right? We're waiting for government to do it. We're waiting for this one. Is that where you see, generally speaking, that we have now become? We're not going to do it anymore. We want government to do it. We're depending on somebody else to do it.
Might as well go independent, you know, Mrs. Sterling. Remember, I think I was telling you I think this was last year or year before last year, if I'm not wrong. I believe this was more than the year before last year. They had a choral convention and all those things, right? I think I told you something about us being the government. I said that they have independent studies. They have people out there that are doing independent studies. Don't you think that the whole entire government right now is just only one little small population? Just a little small little population. Like, let's just give or take 2% of the Cayman Islands, as I see right now, because we got a lot of other people giving ideas out and whatnot, and then you only just taking it straight from whatever the government acquires, whatever the government wants to, and then it's no question being asked to the society what do they think that it should be done. No question. Is like, this is how we gonna do it. Like how you explain to me totalitarianism and all those things. This is exactly what I see.
It's, I don't know. I'm looking at a message that, you know, as you talk, and I'm wondering, it's not exact connected, but the person, it's like Joe Biden, no, almost one. It's being referenced to the issue of plywood and the like, all right? And similar supplies where people are just waiting for government, and it's not just in Cayman. They talked about, you know, in Jamaica, other places, and here's someone who seems to, from what the person writes, has inside knowledge of certain behaviors, and I'm wondering if it's to create a dependency on a particular, you know, establishment, institution, so that, you know, that's where you get your bread buttered, but you also get the bread and the butter. So, you there, Carlo?
And praying that God answers our prayers, you know, because we're not seeing nothing yet. And I think that how I felt about we not being prepared about this hurricane that had just swept across, I still don't believe that we're prepared and that we were just lucky, sir. The amount of damage that we had that was uncalled. No one not talk about those ones. No one not talk about the damages that happened yet, and everybody still believe that we ate okay and we're not gonna be having nothing to worry about for the next few months.
Yeah, well, you know,
I don't feel confident when someone tells me such a thing and we already seen the evidence that we're not ready. Yeah,
in what way?
There's more than just one person going to be affected.
Yeah. When you say we're not ready, in what ways do you think we're ill prepared?
I feel like we need to have a steady stop to development once it's completed. But I don't know when is this completion going to end. Like they don't have no end. Like I'm hearing 2010, 2025, 2027, all the way straight to 2030, 10 more years. I don't know how many more hurricane seasons we can have without a new structure going up and a new casualty possibly coming up. Everything is always new. Everything is always fresh. We never even be able to sit down and practice anything yet.
No, I don't want to make sure I misunderstood. You used the phrase, we need to have a steady stop to development. Is that what you shared?
I feel so. Well, at least the development that was going on right now, the type of development that is going on now, beach, new hotels going up. We got new condos. We got all these things. We're gonna first of all, we not even fix the traffic problem that we got right here now already. We're thinking that one road gonna help that, and then put 6 more roundabouts, and that's gonna stop the traffic.
So what you're saying then in that phrase, you want us to kind of put development on pause for a bit to get our bearings.
I think we need to start thinking about us as a Cayman society, us as Caymanians. What is it to be Caymanian kind of thing?
Right.
Because we never used to have to deal with situations like this. Like, when did they all start?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, apologies, sir. I seem to have to interrupt you for a second. We're going to schedule that break. Let me see if it's 3 minutes late, but respectfully, let us take it, and when we come back, we'll take more calls.
It's game time, Subway fans. We're upping our sub game with the Subway Series menu, an all-star lineup of 6 delicious recipes. Just order by name or number and we'll do the rest. Whether you're catching a quick lunch or just need a tasty victory, the Subway Series menu is coming in clutch. Subway Series, easy to order, hard to resist. Try it today, only at Subway. Eat fresh.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Bordentown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Bordentown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us. It is open line 949-8037, 949-6990. You can WhatsApp call 925-3261. And to the gentleman just on, again, thanks very much. Still there? All right, let's go back to the phones. Thank you for holding on. Yeah, hello? Nope. Okay. Yeah, let's tell the gentleman that, sorry about that. Yeah. 949-8037, 949-6990, or 925-3261. But his call, though, his points were, to what extent can we resolve things in a way is there, as he was sharing, a way that matters, can be accessed if they're not involved in sort of criminal acts, much more, not just easily, but in a way that isn't so, for some, exorbitant, expensive, almost in a way that they find it to be, hindering any attempt to get redress. And to the lady that was calling earlier, her references of government's expenditure, share what you will. She's saying, are we prioritizing? Is expenditure on this thing more immediate and urgent and necessary than expenditure on something else? Is the construction or the provision of this thing, whether it's a building or a project or a policy, beneficial to as many people as it can, or is it to the exclusion of others? Are we prioritizing? Are we looking at it and understanding, the greatest benefit? Let's take the next call. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for calling. Okay. The caller has us there, but maybe inadvertently or, necessarily has us on, press back again when you can. 949-8037, 949-6990. Our WhatsApp call, 925-3261. We are, to a great extent, in an interesting phase. The gentleman on the call spoke about the pace of development and the continued growth, maybe something to consider. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Sterling.
How are you today?
I'm good. Tony Powell here.
Been a while. We haven't heard from you, man. How are things on that side?
Everything, thank God we fared out well, for his mercies on us.
Well, we thank him indeed for being graceful, huh?
Yes. I want to speak today about the banks here in Cayman.
Okay.
I saw a notice came up from Cayman National saying effective the 1st of July that they would no longer be cashing checks for non-customers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is even when a business check is written on Cayman National, and I suspect because I read somewhere that also First Caribbean was doing this. Now, this is a business environment that we're dealing with in Cayman.
Mm-hmm.
If I have an employee, which I have many, that their salary checks are drawn on Cayman National or First Caribbean. Now, you're going to tell me if you don't have an account with me as an employee that you will not cash that check unless I have an account with you. Now, this is almost less a bit of extortion and saying, if you don't do this, I am not going to do this. And if you don't open an account with me, I am not going to cash your check.
Mm-hmm.
Now, way back in the 70s and early 80s, the banks assisted with the management of the financial services and stuff, the regulation and stuff. But we're in 2024 now. It is no way that the bank should be the regulator of their own businesses. It should be the monetary authority, which should not be expanded. It is time for it to be expanded into a central bank. And it should be them that make this call, not the banks. Not the banks regulating themselves in a society in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime a business is going to be the regulator of itself, it's prone to nothing but problems.
Would you apply that? I don't go too far afield because I want to speak to Seema and given your expertise in the area, right? But would you apply that self-regulation to the legal profession, the accounting profession, the medical profession, any
It
entity.
should be applied across the board to everything.
Okay.
That you should not be regulating yourself, because who's going to be to watch it out for the system?
Right.
I mean, when interest rates drop in the United States, it takes 2 weeks, a month before it is applied here. When it goes up, it takes 2 hours.
Right.
But
But I
that
mean,
should not be the call of the banks anymore. It should be the call of a central bank.
right. So for SEMA, is it your perception that many of us are of the view, well, the Cayman Islands monetary authority, it seems to regulate the financial services industry, so therefore banks would come under them. Is it your understanding or your perception that many of us believe that the banks are subject to SEMA's regulatory in terms of rate setting and fees and all the things?
They're not.
But-
They're only under it for meeting the regulations and standards for
Right.
being liquid and so forth. The banks, the 5 clearing banks, are the ones that set these standards here in Cayman.
Right.
At this point in time, it's very unfair
Right.
for those. And you know, I read that the leaflet, it says, oh, we have online banking. Have you forgot about the indigent? Have you forgot about the elderly? Have you forgotten about those people that are not computer illiterate? Have you forgotten about those people that don't have a computer?
But what about those people that, just their own personal ethos, they want to go into the bank, deal with that person because they know face to face they get that thing, right? You're raising a lot of points. This idea of cashless society, some banks, some businesses presumably don't want cash transactions anymore. So how do we deal with that?
Well, here again, it is not a given. How are you going to run a society? Look at the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for 200 years or more, there have been checks that have been sent from the Treasury Department, even to people in Cayman that are retired. And here we are in a society that banking and stuff is probably 50, 60 years old, and we're saying we're going to go cashless. How is it going to work?
Mm-hmm.
The commerce cannot continue to operate with a cashless society.
Right.
Being as much as we want it, it is not everybody that's computer literate. It is not everybody that has a computer.
Right.
And there's numerous amount of fraud that is involving around this cashless society.
Right. But, and again, valid points. I mean, just recently now with the passage of the hurricane, I think many of the PSAs and the council say, get a couple dollars cash, machines might be down, power might be out, what have you, right? You reference a central bank. Is it possible that SEMA can become more autonomous, have more authority, more sort of regulation and control over the banks without it being a central bank?
It needs to step up now.
Uh-huh.
I am surprised that the Minister of Finance did not jump into the system, this movement, and speak about it and stop the banks from doing this.
Mm-hmm.
The whole financial industry needs review. I mean, look at pensions.
Mm-hmm.
You got a board of directors or whatever you want to call them for the pension funds in Cayman. If at the end of a quarter that fund loses money, then everybody throws their hands up in the air and say, oh, our investment didn't work out. But if a Caymanian misses 2 months, they want to prosecute him. If I had anything to do with government, more than half of this money would stay here in the Cayman Islands and be invested locally. No, we look like a bunch of idiots, and I say idiots, taking $360 billion and send it overseas to be invested in other people's economy when it could damn well be used here in Cayman. Not only would I do that, I would say, you have to give me a minimum return. Regardless of how you're going to do this, you have to give me a minimum return. Whether you're going to put it in credit union, you're going to split it up with other banks, so what? You have to give me a minimum return. You're not going to tell me that I'm going to be redlined at the end of every quarter and I'm going to lose money on my investment.
Yeah. Well, I understand that the provision on the legislation for that exists. The problem is there is seemingly no vehicle. Was there last sort of reason given as to why the funds aren't being sort of retained here?
And then let's look at insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing a building, I called them. They said to me, our quota is filled for this particular area. Now, I want to know how in the world their quota could be filled for this particular area. Here again, the monetary authority would have stepped, not the monetary authority, the central bank would have stepped in and said, tell me the percentage you have of high risk, medium risk, and low risk coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And also here again, the funds that you're collecting in Cayman, in the millions, a portion of it has to be invested back here. It cannot be exported. You know, so there need to be a whole financial bill to review the financial industries. Sure, in the 70s and 80s, we needed the assistance of the bankers and stuff.
Right.
But we no longer need that.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe, you being you, not just with what you share and the way you shared it, but people perhaps take on board and start again a very necessary conversation. Before we take the news, anything quickly you want to share with us?
Well, I just hope that the minister steps in and stop this thing with First Caribbean and CNB, whereas if you don't have an account with them, that they still has to process that check.
A lot needs to be addressed, man. Hey, thanks very much, Mr. Paul. Again, the expertise and personal experiences of some may inform, if we're willing to have that desire to have that discussion, maybe action. To our callers, join us for after the news. Please stay online.
Covering Little Cayman, Kim and Bride.
Cover me. Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins. On Saturday, July 6th, an oil tanker, Sea Elephant, which was delivering diesel to Cayman Brac, was involved in an incident in the vicinity of the Cayman Brac port that resulted in damage to the hull of the vessel and sea floor. There was no fuel leakage, but the vessel is still being monitored as a precautionary measure. In international news, at least 2 people have died as Hurricane Beryl slammed into southeast Texas, knocking out power for more than 2 million people while bringing heavy rain and fierce wind gusts. When Beryl first hit Texas on Monday morning, it landed as a Category 1 hurricane but has since been downgraded to a tropical storm. Officials have warned of destructive winds up to 15 inches of rain and life-threatening storm surges. Boeing has agreed to plead guilty to a criminal fraud conspiracy charge after the U.S. found the company violated a deal meant to reform it after 2 fatal crashes by its 737 MAX planes that killed 346 passengers and crew. The Department of Justice said the plane maker had also agreed to pay a criminal fine of $243.6 million. However, the families of the people who died on the flights 5 years ago have criticized it as a sweetheart deal that would allow Boeing to avoid full responsibility for the deaths. One called it an atrocious abomination. The settlement must now be approved by a U.S. judge. By pleading guilty, Boeing will avoid the spectacle of a criminal trial, something that victims' families have been pressing for. These are your headlines. I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
HSA's Urgent Care Clinic is now open 7 days per week to serve you better. Visit our dedicated team at Urgent Care, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and weekends and public holidays, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. If you are experiencing non-life-threatening symptoms and conditions, such as the cold and flu, sprains and cuts, earaches, nausea and vomiting, visit Urgent Care's walk-in clinic at the main entrance of the Georgetown Hospital, now open every day. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
At Kirk Market, it's so easy to eat well and find healthy options. With their fresh veggies from local farmers, hormone-free chicken, local seafood, and grass-fed meats, Kirk Market has delicious, quality food at the best prices. And you must check out their fresh salad bar, hot bar, and med bar for daily healthy options on the go. Their delicious dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients such as prime meats and organic veggies. Eating great is important to me. That's why Kirk Market is my store. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and shop happy.
When the United States instituted prohibition between 1919 and 1933, the Cayman Islands utilized the opportunity under Commissioner Hutchings to build the treasury coffers by smuggling liquor through to the United States. In 1923, Hutchings persuaded the Assembly to pass Law Number 2 of 1923, which allowed free entry of all wines, spirits, and spirituous liquors, a mechanism which was used to turn the Cayman Islands into a storage site for liquor to be imported, stored, and subsequently exported for a fee as a means of revenue.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
The mission of the National Conservation Council and the Department of Environment has worked to protect and conserve the unique plants, animals, and habitats that make the Cayman Islands so special. Learn more at conservation.ky.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us. It is open line until 1:30 as we take some calls. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Dwayne.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Fine, thanks to you, sir.
Oh, very, very thankful, very thankful indeed.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank those two last callers that called, including Miss Jan that called in early because she has a very good point. We need to all stand strong. But for instance, that last caller that called in about the bank racket with the not cashing checks, I mentioned that. I think it was the first part of June or the end. Yeah, first part of June, about the bank saying that it'll come the 1st of July. I think Cayman National Bank now is the last bank to now enforce it. Like I said, where is monetary authority? They want these people to open checking accounts so they can be more accountable of their accounts and their affairs and everything. But me as a client to your bank, just we use it a bank now. Me as your client, if I write a check to John Doe, why now should John Doe got to create? First of all, they were charging them a fee to cash it, which I didn't agree with that. But at least that part was acceptable because nobody opened an account. If John Doe refuses to open a bank account and I pay John Doe with a check, how is John Doe supposed to get paid with his check if he don't want, because he didn't open a bank account? I am now supposed to pay my fees, but then my check can't be honored because John Doe didn't open an account. Where is the monetary authority that's supposed to be monitored? Is this personal? Is this against Caymanians or what is this about? Because not only Caymanians, but on the whole, anybody is holding an account, because I think it is very wrong for me to open a bank account with a checking account. And I write checks on my account. I pay my fees, pay all my dues, whatever the bank charge me, and then you can tell me then that because I wrote a check to somebody that refuses to open a bank account, whether he's Caymanian or not, he now should be refused. So the bank needs to tell us what we need to do then.
Right.
With our checking account.
But you remember, right, that some banks in the past, I guess, presumably why some people would prefer to go to that bank on which the check was drawn would be they get the money then and there because it's on that account. They can make sure it, secondly, when they would deposit to their own account of their bank, it could be 5-6 days, sometime later for that check to clear. Now, it's not as long these days, presumably, but if there's no funds in that account when it's presented, and so you're right. I mean, why should you be penalized twice?
That exactly my point. If I write a check check I use Cayman National Bank as that's bank I bank with. If I write a Cayman National Bank check to you, and you don't have an account at Cayman National Bank, but the check is drawn on Cayman National Bank, why should you go wait 3 and 4 days by depositing in your account? Perhaps in a state of emergency that you need your money, whatever it may be, to pay a bill, whatever, you got to wait 4 days or 3, depending on when it is, because if it's the weekend, you got to wait 6 days, because in 3 days that they down, you're not getting account for. If you deposit Friday evening, you're not getting it till about Wednesday or Thursday. So why should you now? I paid my dues as a member of that or client of that bank. Why should you now got to wait now 3 or 4 days by depositing your account? Perhaps when your and let's hope that that's not the case, but perhaps when your check reaches my bank account, the funds that I thought that was already taken out has now been used again by accident. It makes you then having and then the check come back to me, then I get a charge out of it.
Yeah.
So if a check is drawn on a specific bank, I should be able to go to that bank and cash my check, because your client paid the fees to be a member of your bank, and I don't see why I should now go and put it in my bank account and wait for it.
Right.
So maybe what these people need to do is, including me and maybe some more, is to shut down all their checking accounts and don't write no checks associate the fees if the bank will be pleased with that.
Well, in a sense, some people have asked, is it part of the practice of the banks is that the local banking clientele just a nuisance, not they're only doing it because they feel they're forced to have to. I mean, some have alleged that, right? But your point is taken.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. And thanks to all the others who have called. Let's just take the next one. Welcome. Thank you for calling. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Sterling.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, my goodness. Can you hear me?
Oh, very clearly. Indeed.
Sterling, I've been asking for some time, who are we really building for? Because Sterling, as the days go by, the months go by, the years go by, it's getting more and more difficult for the few Caymanians who's here to do any business, just about anywhere, and to feel comfortable in their own island. Because Sterling, when you look at what Cayman is becoming and what has become and still becoming, to see that we are not included into these things that they are building this country for. And when you go to a restaurant today and you can't find a regular cup of coffee, you know something is definitely wrong. And when you go to a new restaurant that you've never been to before and they have nothing on the menu that you're going to eat, that tell you that something is definitely wrong. They eat building and they eat catering to us. They are looking towards the newcomers and the new population that Cayman gonna gain as the years continue to go down the line. And it's gonna be it's been not gonna be able to. I don't know how we can survive here. But I just want to say this. You imagine when that bad weather was out, the government came out and they said what they had to say. And everybody, and you would say, practice abide by what the government say. That just shows you how much power the government has, Sterling. But yet the government only got power to certain things. They need to have power to everything to accommodate every living person on this island. Everybody took heed when the government speak in regards to this hurricane. So if they can listen to the government, and if they can, and that just shows you, like I said, the power that they got. That means that they can come out here and do much more for us, a whole lot more. Sterling and I have been talking to people, and nobody said they have seen one representative of our 19 members came and knock on their door to ask them if they're okay. They was even giving out plywood up here in the Newlands area, and they got 2 groups chat. And I never received no group chat stating that they were giving out plywood, which I didn't need no plywood. But the fact of the matter is, I probably knew someone who needed a piece, and me living in the area, I could have got it for them. But the point is, nobody reached out. And if they reached out secretly to who they want to reach out to. But I had someone again this morning tell me, nobody reached out to them. And we got 19 members. And those 19 members, not because you're from Savannah, that you must just stick in Savannah. You is working for the whole island. Where they get this behavior from, I don't know, Sterling, but it needs to be stopped.
Well,
They need to be stopped.
Yep. I think this is we need to recognize, as you shared, a greater sense of unity to strengthen our community. But I'm inclined to have those discussions. Before, if you can take the next call, is something else you want to say? I want to make sure we get to the other call.
Yes, I'll let you go. I just want to say that is because up on Walker's Road got my cousin so stressed out. It's pathetic, and no one is doing nothing. She has made numbers of phone calls to every department that she was being turned down to, and nobody is coming to see about this light. And this light got her in a panic.
And this is you did reference that
on Walker's Road down there by the Seventh Adventist school and church and whatever, go down on Walker's Road.
And you said
I
she.
resemble.
Sorry. You did say she reached out to the Cayman Islands Airports Authority as well, right?
Everybody.
Okay.
And that place up there behind the car rental place, should reach out to everybody. Should reach out to Seventh Adventist school people. Nobody's paying them any mind.
All right. Okay.
So if anybody listening from CIAA or whoever's in charge of that beacon light, please go and fix it ASAP.
Okay.
Save some lives on Walker's Road when the planes are overtaking my family house. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. All right. Let's take the next call. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm still recovering from everything, all the calamities.
Well, I hope you're back on the mend at 100% very soon, all right?
Well, let me say, I was on the mend, and then, of course, I had an interruption to that, so I'm now dealing with a couple of things. But I'm hanging in there.
Good stuff.
I'm just praying that, nothing more has been added to what was already there.
Okay.
But anyway, Dwayne, I couldn't resist calling when I heard that caller, the one that spoke about the thing with the banks. And as a former banker, I'm rather confused and appalled by what the caller said. And to be honest, I didn't even know that there was an announcement made about something taking effect 1st of July.
Mm-hmm.
But what is troubling me is when I worked, monetary authority policed all financial institutions. If they had failed in one area, they were penalized, or they were told what had to be done. They were given a certain time. Banks, any financial institution, they just couldn't jump up and make rules and put in policies and so on their own. These all had to be submitted to monetary and then approved or not approved. So I'm really, really troubled now as to what is the role of monetary authority now. I'm really, really troubled and confused by that. And I know that previously, not the present Minister of Finance, the one prior to that, I remember when the question was asked to that person when a similar conversation was taking place, where is monetary authority in all of this? And the answer was, and I almost dropped to the floor, we didn't really want to get monetary authority involved. So my question again is, what is the role of monetary authority? If this has all changed, then I think we, the public, need to know. We are all customers of one bank or the other. Every bank has a different law, I'm going to use the word law, according to how they're running their ship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that should be the case. I think that everything should be the same at one bank. You got Scotiabank down here by Grand Harbor who introduced cashless transactions. This is a bank. I've never heard of this in my life before. Prior to that, they were refusing to take U.S. coins. Never heard of that in my life before, although I knew why they were refusing them. It's because they weigh more to send back to the U.S. They didn't want to pay for the weight. A lot of customers don't know that. I cannot believe that monetary authority has allowed them to continue functioning as a cashless transaction institution. They serve no purpose if that's the case. If you are a customer of that bank, and you've gotten paid by check on a Friday, and you want to go and cash your paycheck so that you can have money to feed your children Friday evening or Saturday, what do? This is ridiculous. This needs to be looked into. It needs to be sorted out. Not tomorrow, but 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost an embarrassment to our country. I've never seen or heard of this before. I've never experienced it anywhere else in the world that I have been to. What applies to what applies to all. Everybody needs to be on the same page. And before these things are implemented at these institutions, then it should be announced at least 3 months in advance so that people can know what they need to do. If a check is drawn on a particular bank, anybody should be able to take that check to that bank, whether they have an account with them or not, and that bank cash that check. Because at the end of the day, that is the bank that pays that check. So it's already drawn on them. They should know whether that customer has money in their account that they can pay, or whether they have an overdraft facility that can cover the amount of that check. This nonsense has to stop. And charging people to cash a check, that should never have been. This is ridiculous. This is a disgrace. I mean, who is all of this geared towards? I would like to know. And how far is it going to go?
Good questions, and I'm hoping that they just don't fall on deaf ears or get a superficial response because it's expedient. Before we take the next call, anything else you want to share?
But I just want to touch on one thing. Another caller was speaking about development. And I have to say I agree with that caller because we are already overdeveloped. I don't care what anybody wants to say. But since they're continuing with all of this development, why is it that no one has said, if you want to do this, here's what we need. This is where we could get hurricane shelters built in each district. When they want to do their 5-story, 10-story buildings, say, guess what? Yeah, we'll approve it. But on the condition that you are going to build our hurricane shelter for us. Upon completion of that, you will get approval. The country needs to get something back. How long have we existed? We are supposed to be a first world country, and we don't even have proper hurricane shelters. We have people talking about hazard management. They don't have a clue. They can't tell us anything about for a hurricane.
But it's starting to lose.
And those of us who know from experience, at least we can prepare and protect ourselves. Because I am speaking for me. Nobody has said anything that has taught me anything. What I know now what to do is from experience. And I continue to build on that. I also subscribe to other weather apps and so on. So I get the information live and firsthand. By the time our Cayman, whatever they're called, are announcing it, that news is 2 hours old for me. You and I probably know, signs that when we see it happening now, we know bad weather's coming, regardless of how bad it is. I, for one, I pay attention to the weather. Especially in the hurricane season, I'm always looking and checking. I know when the waves come off of Africa, and I'm following them. So I'm aware because I stay in touch with it. It is I look at it as my responsibility to be aware, to know what I have to do, and I don't have to be scrambling at the last minute. So I think that's what everybody else should be doing if their job is to advise us so that we can be prepared.
As you said, to be sort of forewarned is to be forearmed, and that sense of...
That's right.
Yeah.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for that, And this is where these discussions are healthy, and hopefully we have them more frequently, and people will see them as being constructive. Hey, thanks very much, all right? And let's take this next call before the break. Hey, welcome. Thank you for calling.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
It feels like a good day. How are you?
You're here. You're here.
Well, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Conclude. I would like to say that last caller and all the callers before, since I've been listening, it's something that our elected class, the persons that we hire to take due care of us in our country, really need, because these are long-sighted issues these people have been talking about. Memory not so good, so bear with me. These are long-sighted issues, and they are urgent issues. Very urgent, very, very urgent. And we are nickeling and diming ourselves into poverty. We have long ago outnumbered ourselves. That means we have no political power. We don't have much economical power. And pretty soon, we're not going to have any elected power at all, because whomever we elect, we will be the smallest as Caymanians, DNA to terra firma. I want you to remember that clause. We'll be the lesser of the electors. So we won't get anything out of it either. Don't care who we put there. Democracy is a very good thing, but you need to know how you weight democracy. WEIGHT, how it is weighted. And we have no weight in our democracy. And as for the last two callers, big up ladies, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. You're on the ball. You're on the ball. And I hope that our elected persons, class, politicians, whatever they call themselves today, are listening. This is my first time, what you call your Sugar and Talk Show, for a long, long time. And I'm appalled that we're having the same conversations. You know, it's been like years you haven't heard my voice. And we are having the same conversations. Not everybody can be a Caymanian. If we here who are born here can't benefit from this country that we built, something is seriously wrong. And we should look to see how we are weighting the scale. We are weighting a scale, you know. And I will be gone by that time. But I can tell you what, my grandchildren, and I have plenty of them, I have those, and I have plenty. My grandchildren will need a relief, and there will be no relief, because countries in the world are becoming more selfish. Big countries in the world are becoming more selfish. The G8, the this, the that, then they're becoming more selfish. They're no longer looking over their shoulders and saying, poor thing, I guess we could do something for them. And we have no one to speak for us. So I beg my politicians, whomever they are, look at what is DNA. I give you this, and it means plenty. What is DNA to terra firma? Don't look at us as a second thought or a third thought or a fourth thought. We must be the first thought. And I thank you for your time, sir.
Well, thank you for taking time, and glad to hear you back. Welcome back. Maybe you'll call whenever you feel again, all right? All the best.
Yes, thank you.
All the best. And as we take the break, a quick message from one of our listeners. So the local banks, they offer none of the international e-banking platforms, yet they want to say they are cashless. How can this be? They are worthless. We're going to pause and take a break. Miss Ivana will join us. Do what we did some time back in terms of on air raffle, so that's accountable and transparent. And then 2 o'clock we'll have some more open line. That message that we wanted to read, we still want to read that, but we want to take your calls. But join us after and see if your name is one of the ones that are drawn. So stay tuned.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet. Because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Come over here.
Oh, are we ready, Miss Cara? There we go. Well, if you join us, you recognize that we've been seated. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, you realize, hey, they're getting all settled in. Well, it's good, and across the table, see the smile of Susan? Makes any Sunday a good day, and if it's a Monday, even better. Look at she hide. Well, as what was it? Yesterday we were here. It seemed like this the other day.
It was me, but close enough.
Let me give this young lady here a little bit more space, and you can bring that mic closer to you, ma'am. That works for you. And through Miss Ivana, we're gonna have a quick conversation. Get right into the draw because I'm at work, but you gotta get back, right? So
yes, sir.
It's gonna be good. All right, so why are we here again? It's gonna be fun.
So I brought other people because I said everyone only hears me all the time. It's about me, so it's better to have other persons. So I'm here from Cayman's International Girl. My name is Ivana Martinez, and I am the Cayman Islands director for Cayman's International Girl. And today I have two persons with me. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay, so I am Kevian Pierre. I am in the women's category, traveling to Dallas, Texas this weekend. I am 24 years old. I am not a new person to pageantry. I have been in pageantry all my life. So that's just a bit about me as well.
You remember, how long was it you've been here? You went to the 4th then, so yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Still same height though.
Same height, yeah.
She has not.
Just like me. No, welcome. It's always good fun.
All right.
Well,
and good afternoon. My name is Priscilla Pucci. As far as Cayman International Girl goes, I am a mom. I'm a pageant mom.
Yes.
Miss Priscilla, I can't say I'm a pageant mom, but anyway. I have the same laughter and joy, and Miss Ivana always comes in, and it's great. And I like the fact that, together with their parents and their children, they're out. There's a sense of doing this together. There's a recognition, there's a pride, there's a joy, but there's a teaching. And I think this Pierre, from you, but let the pageantry come down when you've been with us, that growth, that, I don't want to say maturity, because sometimes people use that and it's inferred or interpreted incorrectly, but it's
development.
Much better word, which is different from what we have in Cayman, which is just overbuilding. Oh, sorry. Let's talk about this. Why not have fun? It's only Monday, right? All right, but I know you got work too. So last time we here, I didn't get too many paper cuts.
Yes, we took out all the staples for you. But basically, as you know, we do this annually. This year, because our pageant started since April, we decided to do 2 raffles instead of the one, because it didn't make sense for people to buy a raffle in April and have to wait until July. So we did one in May, and then we did one in July. It really worked out. Again, always thankful to our society, to our community. They always support, and we're very excited about that. So again, we have today 30 prizes to be raffled. Like I said, I brought 2 persons to come to speak a little bit about the pageant and the program and their experience in it, so that way people don't just listen to me all the time.
Well, we're happy to help in which way we've seen the growth in young ladies in particular. We see the travel and the opportunity to them to sort of experience things, to grow, to appreciate where we are. So, Ms. Pierre, from your perspective, what is it like, being it, like you said, stranger to the ring?
And tell us when you started. That's important.
Okay, she can ask you that. I wasn't going to.
So I have been in pageantry since I was a baby. My very, very first pageant was in 2005, and I got Miss Personality. And then my next one was with Cayman's International Girl Pageant in 2015, where I gained the crown here. I got the opportunity to travel overseas to Texas in the teen category, and I walked away with the beauty title. And then that pushed me to go to a bigger pageant, and then I entered Miss Teen. I did it both in 2016 and 2017, and I won the title in 2017. So it was a really big jump for me, but I felt as if I grew more of a mature person in that sense. And then I jumped right into Miss World in 2019. It was a really great experience for me, a much bigger pageant, much bigger platform, but although I didn't win, I walked away with a vast amount of experience that I can use even in my working world right now. So pageantry is not just about modeling and showing off the glitz and the glam, but it's allowing you to be more articulate with how you speak and public speaking skills and just how you interact with others. So those are the 3 things that I definitely gained from pageantry.
And thanks for sharing, because many of us have different perceptions, and to Ms. Pucci will ask, but I've said it because I've seen it. There's a poise and there's a grace, but there's also an increased sense of confidence, both in just you and many others, when you speak into the media, but just when you're on stage or when you're interacting with people. Is that something you've experienced personally, or is it just that we say that because it sounds good, or is that the actual reality?
No, I have experienced it personally. It kind of keeps you in check as well with yourself, just how you approach people. And everyone always says that first impressions do matter, and it really does matter, especially in pageantry. It pushes you to be that kind of person, especially when you're meeting someone new. It allows you to just be yourself, but also be respectful and make sure you're true to yourself at the same time.
Ms. Priscilla, the parental involvement is key, whether sports or academics or just life. That parent needs to be present, needs to help to nurture and navigate, but also ensure that the child has a sense of independence. The pageant mom, what's it like?
So I actually have been involved with this particular program since 2015 as well. I didn't have any daughters at that time, but I was compelled to help Ivana in her endeavor. And that was really my first pageant experience, although I was used to stage and performing and stuff like that. And for me, particularly as a pageant mom, I have to be there, right? My daughters are babies. So my oldest daughter, she was actually crowned in Orlando in 2022 as the baby title. And then my second daughter, the older one, ended up crowning her last year. And they were both under a year old when they participated in the pageant. So I have to chaperone them on stage. I speak for them. Obviously, I dress them. I have to chauffeur them, all those things. But if you know my older daughter, she's very outgoing. She's very social. She loves to do the community events. She loves to meet new people. And as Kevian said, pageantry often gets this perception that, you know, it's just the onstage portion of it, when really and truly that is a small fraction of everything that these girls participate in, you know.
Yes.
Whether it's a fundraiser for another charitable service, because that is part of it. We participate in walks and beach cleanups and all these different things. And so just in that experience alone, as you said, it helps their communication skills, you know, it helps their confidence, because especially in pageantry, often you do just have that moment to make an impression. And I feel like all of the service that they do, all the people that they encounter, both in Cayman and when we travel away, those things contribute so greatly to someone's personality. And I don't think that that's general knowledge, right? People who participate in pageants would understand that, and they would see the benefits much deeper than, oh, she looks so pretty, you know, she won this photo contest or whatever. It really adds so much to a person's character, and it enlightens them as to what's happening in their community and what's happening globally as well.
Well, that speaks direct to what we're talking about, that partnership from the parents coming aboard to the sponsors, not just to the ones who participate as, you know, but also the spectators, the wider community. You got 31 prizes, and I think 31 winning prizes out of 5 million sort of
entries.
Lots of entries.
We had a lot of support with
honestly, so grateful to the community, because they see, and one of the things that they mostly say is, oh my gosh, you know, I want to hear from the child. So they'll be like, please tell us about it. Like, they force them to speak and to give them the information. And that's what we love, because people, again, like she said, they don't see what's really happening or the benefits. These little girls are out here approaching strangers, introducing themselves, speaking to them. So what does that then do to them in school and for projects and for when they go out to interviews? They're learning to speak. This is a skill. You know, and sometimes people say no. And I said, that's okay. You still say thank you, because you won't always get a yes in life. So these are the little lessons.
You know, lessons that are good teachers, right? So how do you want to, do you have a break, Mr. Lynn, or we go straight to he's 3 minutes in a break?
3 minutes, well, let's pull some prizes, and I guess when we come back, we'll do some more.
Let's see that. The lady understands how this rolls.
Let's do it. Okay, so this time I got the prizes on my phone, so for those watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching, I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just getting my prize list going. So
hold on, let me check. No, I can't call you back here. Sorry.
Just making sure.
I can't hear you, Lynn. Sorry. He's talking. Give me the car first, he said. Yeah, it's a brand new second hand.
Brand new second.
1846, that's good.
All right, so here we go, so everyone can see that we are always very, very transparent. Something I pride myself in. That's why I love doing the raffles here on Radio Cayman. They're always so helpful.
So not so transparent.
All right, so we're going to start. Can I have a pen, please? Because I will write as soon as you... Yes, thank you. Sorry. And Kevin, you can pass it to me, or you can write. You're closer. You'll just write when he gives you...
Yeah, but you need a piece of paper too.
No. On the back of it, she'll write the prize. There we go.
We did this before.
Yes, we did it before. Or you can just write the number. That's fine. So right now we're on prize number 30.
Okay. So I pick one?
Yes, you can pick one, please. Yes. All right, there we go.
Hold on, is that one?
That's two. Just pop it across. All right, there we go. One person. And you can put 31 on that. And this prize is a bath foot mini spa gift set. I don't know how else to describe that.
Right.
So you put 31 on. All right, that's perfect. Next, we're going to have...
you call the names or just...
I'm so sorry. I apologize. Brittany McLaughlin, congratulations. All right, so now we have prize 29. It's a woman's watch. And this is Miss Anna Cordova. Cordova. Thank you so much for your support. This is supposed to say 30. I apologize. That says 29. It should say 30. Not bad.
All right, we'll get there.
All right, we'll get there. So now this one is 29. So if I messed that up, I apologize. This one is another woman's watch. This is Kashawn Johnson.
Okay.
Now we have number 28. It is a man's watch. And this is Lindsay. I'm assuming that's not a boy's name, but you can give it away, girl.
Ticket.
You can give it away. Those universal names, right?
Christmas is coming around the corner.
There you go, Christmas. Yes, number 27. It's a Cayman candle, And this is Vivio. Congratulations, Vivio. This is number 26. This is another Cayman candle, and this is Andre Bud. Andre Bud, thank you so much and congratulations.
Okay, so we take the break, and then I'll just give this one. Do this one and we do the break.
All right.
All right. What's the number? And what's
number 25.
All right.
Yep.
All right, and the winner is
Joseph Anglin. Joseph Anglin, and it's a vase glass vase. Yeah.
It's a vase of vase, it's a glass of glaze. All right. When we come back, we'll go through the remaining 20 or so. All right. Stay tuned.
We know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Summer's heating up, and so are the good times. Whether you are out on the water, enjoying the beach, or gathering with colleagues for an office bash, make it a feast to remember with Subway. From assorted sandwich platters to mouth-watering cookies, our catering menu has something for everyone. Perfect for groups of 5 or more. For food that's fresh, fast, and perfect for any occasion, choose Subway Catering. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
The best foundation you can wear is glowing, healthy skin. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter specialize in enhancing your skin's well-being. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, including any skin cancers, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drporterkman@gmail.com or call 946-9020. That is 946-9020.
RC Fusion.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Radio Cayman.
Biggest variety in the morning. Biggest variety.
RC Fusion.
Following the 10 a.m. news headline.
Brought to you by TCE Paint Shop, 27 Godfrey Nixon Way.
RC Fusion.
The Georgetown Farmers Market. It's time you start eating local. The market at the Cricket Grounds.
And My K&A Cleaners. Call or WhatsApp 326-3379 for your free quote today.
Biggest variety in the morning.
Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us in this. I wanted to not just have this extended continued partnership with Ms. Ivana Martinez through the Cayman International Girl, but the notion that we're doing something together and we're seeing the young ladies specifically, making a great success. So I'm drawing the prizes when you tell me to draw.
Yes, please, and thank you. Now we're going to pick back up. We're on number 24, and it's glass vase. Number 24, glass vase, and the winner is, you can name it, you have it right there, might as well.
The winner is Evdis Swaby. Congratulations, Evdis Swaby. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
All right. Thank you for reading, because I I put a glass on the seat.
And now it's number 23. It's a glass vase, another glass vase, and the winner is?
Number 20. The winner is Tavon Dixon. Congratulations, Tavon Dixon.
Thank you. This is a Victoria's Secret prize, Coconut Passion, Victoria's Secret.
Okay, congratulations to Shaquille Heath.
Shaquille.
That's number 22, yes? 22. Okay. Number 21, it's a men's watch. It is a men's watch.
Nice. Congratulations to Yvonne Lookloy.
All right. Thank you. Okay, this is number 20. It is a $25 Kamana Bay gift card. $25 Kamana Bay gift card.
And congratulations to Philip Ebanks.
Thank you. All right, now we have number 19. We have a men's wallet. Men's wallet.
Congratulations to Jayanu Mullins.
Oh, it's a guy.
Jayanu Mullins.
Okay. Number 18, it's another men's wallet.
And congratulations to Troy Forbes.
Ooh, another man. That's awesome.
Guys,
the men are cleaning up on this one.
Number 17, another men's wallet.
Congratulations to Sharice Gordon.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. Christmas coming, you can give it to someone. All right. Number 16, luxury home shower curtain set.
Can't quite pronounce this, but congratulations to Amery MC.
Okay. Congratulations. Okay, number 16. I think this says actually Anaï MC.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. All right, contestant. I'm sorry, number contestant. I'm MCing. All right, number 15. It's a woman's luxury watch steel band with diamonds. Not real diamonds, but still. Women's luxury watch. We got to be clear on this radio program.
Congratulations to Patrick Amisa.
All right, congratulations. Number 14 is a bath and body aromatherapy. Bath and body aromatherapy. Nice.
Congratulations to Delton Peduli.
Congratulations. Number 13 is a Bath and Body Work candle. Bath and Body Work candle.
Congratulations to Mary Welcome.
Congratulations, Miss Mary. Number 12, it's Himalaya Products. Who doesn't love that? Himalaya been around since 1900.
Naturals. Congratulations to Javishna.
All right, congrats. All right, and so we're on number 11, Himalaya Products, another Himalaya Products.
And congratulations to Barris Green.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for your support. You shaking that up good, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're number what, 10?
We're making sure we're hit, boy, get down there.
Number 10, Himalaya Products.
Congratulations to Maritis Eden.
All right. Maritis Eden. Yes, thank you very much. Congratulations. All right, number 9, we have a hanging purse wallet. I've seen this one. It's very nice.
Yeah. Would it have been a DJ Lynn, you think?
No.
Just checking.
Congratulations to Faith Lynn Scott.
Oh, congratulations and thank you. And number 8, it's a very nice handbag that was actually donated by Mom over here for Celebrity. That's what we get the kids to do. That's another part of what they do too. They go out and they seek these prizes. That's their responsibility. And then sometimes people donate them or sometimes they purchase them on their own. All right, sorry, let's go. What number?
Number
8, handbag.
Congratulations to Nicole.
Congratulations. All right, number 7, $25 Kirk office.
Congratulations to Husseina Idham.
All right, congratulations. And now we have a $50 Rubis gas. $50 Rubis gas.
Ooh.
That was actually donated and it's a black one. What's that? Okay. Just to make sure that was a blank one. People can see it was a blank.
Hold on, let me look at it.
It was blank.
You can't see it.
Yeah, it was written with invisible ink. It is blank.
All right, see? Number
Confirm.
6.
Number 6, Amma MC.
All right.
Anai
Okay. Congratulations. Another $50 Rubis gas voucher.
Congratulations to Renate Powell. Sorry.
Renata Powell?
Renate Powell.
Renate Powell. Okay. Congratulations.
Okay, so we're drawing for the Miss Cayman International Girl.
Yes.
And Miss Ivana Martinez joins us. And
Kevian Pierre and Miss Priscilla Pushy.
One of our pageant moms, right? So we're going through what number are we on now?
4.
Number 4.
All right.
$50 CUC voucher. Yes, please.
Oh, congratulations to Romario.
Congratulations. I don't know why I'm excited. I didn't even play. I can't play, so but still.
That's a good prize. That's why.
Yeah, it's a good prize. Yeah. All right. Cayman International Girl $50 voucher. This is for the year 2025. So if you've ever been interested, even if you win and you don't have a girl, maybe you know a niece, that's a nice gift that you can provide to them, or a cousin, someone would be more than happy to get that, I'm sure. I hope. All right. Cayman International Girl $50 gift voucher.
Congratulations to Deandra Kelly.
All right. Congratulations.
See you soon.
See you soon, hopefully. Now we have $100 gift voucher for Cayman International Girl for 2025 participation in the Cayman's International Girl pageant. And I only did this for the first time. I don't know why. I mean, it took me, 10 years just to do this? But I think it's because people are like, why don't you ever raffle anything from your pageant? I was like, so true. I don't know. Anyway, so here you go, $100. I hope you enjoy it and come and be a part of our family. We are very much family-oriented. Even when we go away now to Dallas, Texas in July, people have turned it into basically their family vacation and have brought along their brothers, their cousins, aunts, uncles. So it's a very big group going away. I think this year we have, 45 people going, and it's 15 girls participating. So we're very excited.
More chaperones, more eyes. Huh?
Exactly. Yes. And our chaperones, some of them are CPR certified, APED certified. So all that good stuff. All right.
And it makes a good cheering squad too.
Yes,
when our contestants are on stage.
Congratulations to Dion Hine.
Congratulations, Mr. Dion Hides, for your Cayman International Girl. Hopefully you have a princess that's ready to come and join us. We do etiquette training. That means teaching the girls how to use a knife and a fork, teaching them how to sit properly, how to carry themselves like a young lady, and all that jazz. Okay. First and final prize. This is Android tablet. 13 Android tablet 13. I'm an iPhone person. That's why I'm an Apple. But anyway, so here you go. Congratulations and thank you so much. Definitely getting a bang for your buck. You paid $5 and this is your prize. So congratulations.
Congratulations again to Dion Hine.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. So there you go. Something for yourself and something for someone else. There you go. Thank you so much.
I pulled them 2 separately from 2 different corners, put them right there, face down so I didn't see them.
But that just goes to say again, Sterling, that we were out sometimes during the week, on Friday nights, on Saturdays, and people supported us every time they saw us. Yeah. They're basically like, just take my money. Because they see the girls out working so hard, and it's just $5 for a ticket, like Ivana mentioned. So we really appreciate persons who bought multiple tickets, who supported us, everybody who contributed to the success of this raffle and helping the girls get to Dallas
Absolutely. Thank
this
you.
weekend.
Yes. Also, the government, especially Minister of Pahi, they allowed us the space to be able to practice normally at the South Sound Civic Center or the Town Hall. Also, Minister Brian, he was also helpful in getting the girls there this year. So we're very grateful. Like we said, the community is always very supportive, and we appreciate it very much.
Well, we want you guys to have a fantastic trip and the safety of everyone, from the preparations to the pageantry. But hopefully as time you enjoy it as a family, as you shared. And we're honored to be here. It's a way, I think we were trying to share with people, it's accountability and transparency, but it's also about invitation to participate. So, Ms. Wanda, thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ms. Pierre, always a pleasure watching that growth and development, as Ms. Ivana shared. It's good, from just, as a grasshopper. Ms. Priscilla, you got a lot to look forward to as a parent, right? So you'll see it coming, and who knows where it'll take you as a family.
Yes, it's been actually really great.
All right. Well, when you return, the invitation is to come back, in person or by phone. Just bring whoever you want. Talk about the experience.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yes.
We also, let's throw this out there. We also return on the 22nd of July at the airport. We'll be there, I think, around 12. I want to say noon, thereabouts. So anyone who wants to come out and just cheer on these little girls for working their heart out, that would be so appreciative. Honestly, that type of support makes a difference. So come on out and just show your support for the girls coming back home. I'm sure they'll come with lots and lots of awards. And even if they don't get awards, it doesn't matter. They went out there and they represented the Cayman Islands with their to the best of their abilities with all their heart. So.
All right. Well, thanks again for all you do collectively, individually, for those who sponsor. If just as you shared, for the government providing the space, for the businesses allowing to sit outside and sell, and for the young ladies for developing that confidence, that sense of awareness, and the appreciation that what they're doing, they're not just asking for something, they're putting something in to get something.
Yes.
Have a great trip.
Thank you.
See you when you return.
Thank you.
All right. Well, when we come back after news, there's some more open line and some more messages to share and calls to take, so stay tuned.
Yesterday,
Today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins. The name of the Addison Kelly Memorial Scholarship Fund has been changed to the Addison Kelly Mental Health Education Fund so that Addison's family and the Alex Panton Foundation, which administers the fund, can expand the initiative's focus and reach in the community. In international news, the chief organizer of a religious gathering in northern India, where 121 people were killed in a crush, has surrendered to police, his lawyer says. The incident last week is one of the deadliest such disasters in the country in more than a decade. Nearly all those killed were women and children who were attending the satsang, a Hindu religious gathering. 2 pistols owned by the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, with which he once intended to kill himself, have been sold at auction for 1.69 million euros. The weapons, which were created by the Paris gunmaker Louis-Marie Gosset, had been expected to fetch between 1.2 million and 1.5 million euros. They were sold at the Osenat auction house on Sunday, next to the Fontainebleau Palace, where Napoleon tried to take his own life following his abdication in 1814. The pistols' sale comes after France's Culture Ministry recently classified them as national treasures and banned their export. Those are your latest headlines. I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Cayman Islands, your input can shape our future. Plan Cayman needs your input on the updated planning statement to create a sustainable community for everyone. Help shape Cayman's future by participating in public consultations with the Central Planning Authority and the Ministries for Planning and Sustainability. Together, we can build a thriving Cayman. For details and to find the meeting closest to you, visit plancayman.ky. Your voice matters. Let's plan Cayman together.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what, this old girl feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
It's game time, Subway fans. We're upping our sub game with the Subway Series menu, an all-star lineup of 6 delicious recipes. Just order by name or number and we'll do the rest. Whether you're catching a quick lunch or just need a tasty victory, the Subway Series menu is coming in clutch. Subway Series, easy to order, hard to resist. Try it today, only at Subway. Eat fresh.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back. And as I pull up to the chair, I want to invite you to be a part of our discussion. 949-8037, 949-6990. You can WhatsApp call 925-32621 to Miss Ivana Martinez. Thanks to her and her team at Cayman International Girl for not just the participants, but their sponsors who, have shared, and for the wider community who have supported. As Miss Martinez, Ms. Martinez shared just then, they're going to take a trip this weekend, so we want them to have a safe trip, a fun trip, but a very safe one. 15 participants, 4 to 5, in total. That's good numbers, as Miss Pucci shared. It was a good sort of cheering section. So it's open line 949-8037, 949-6990. There is a message that I wanted to share with our listeners. Very mindful of the earlier comments from individuals relative to the banks and some of the practices in questioning, as Mr. Powell did earlier. Where is CMO? Isn't CMO that entity that should be regulating and approving the bank fees and their policies and the like for consumers of the banks as customers to be able to at least question and comment and complain and get redress? As the lady who called her the former banker, she said, when she was there working, it was that the banks, the Class A commercial banks that we go into to do our business, they were regulated by SEMA as well, not just the other financial sector. What changed? She questioned. Well, let's read this message. Where was it earlier? Man, they come in so quick and fast. And one of our listeners, said, not only the practices at some of the banks, but relative to not cashing checks if you're a customer, but also many of the banks, when you go and you try to withdraw from your Cayman dollar account and you want, say, U.S. funds, you have to pay a percentage if it's, over $1,000. Some are charging people a fee to deposit, money to their accounts. Now, banks will tell you they make their money in many ways, including fees and service charges. And if you look at their financial statements as published, you could see a fairly healthy profit center there. Nobody's saying that businesses aren't in business of making money. The question is, to what extent is it excluding, or exorbitant? Well, your thoughts. 949-8037, 949-6990. We want to share with you this comment, and it came in following a number of others who shared publicly as well. But this one had to do with the observations of many who saw vehicles parked along the roadways following the police report saying, hey, come move your vehicles now, storm has passed, and whatever your reasons for doing so, it was against the law. We're not going to ticket you right now, but come move on before it gets too out of hand. Many called and said, why is the police appealing? Just deal with it. This listener says, we made some comments on the solutions to abandon the vehicles, and here are some observations. This written by Mr. Denise Archer, and she writes, just my humble contribution on the issue of the abandoned vehicles parked along the West Bay Road and other arterial roads on various parts of the island, and also in people's private property without their permission. I'm not surprised by this type of behavior from certain individuals who live and work in this country, who clearly have no regard for the laws of this country, nor respect or consideration for the Caymanian people, who have welcomed them here with open arms. This type of arrogance and disrespectful behavior should by no means surprise anyone, but can only clearly be seen as nothing that falls short of what we saw happen here before and during Hurricane Ivan, where people abandoned their vehicles at the airport and various parts of the island to return safely to their homes or elsewhere overseas with no intentions of returning, at least not until they could confirm that the country had been cleaned up and had made a complete recovery and was ready for them to return to live the good life of the Cayman dollar. What never ceases to amaze me is the double standard in which the laws of this country are enforced. It seems to me that certain laws only apply and are enforced against the locals, while others who live and work here seem to enjoy the luxuries of receiving a mere warning, if at all, an action is ever taken against them for breaching the same laws or committing the same offences. Where the RCIPS? Yep, not RICPS. Why the police still appealing to these people and are repeatedly begging these offenders to remove their vehicles from public roadways that have been illegally parked and abandoned. Why are they exercising such patience and leniency with these offenders who have breached and continue to breach the Traffic Act and show such blatant disregard for the laws and safety for the people of this country? Perhaps is it because any appropriate and effective actions that could and should be taken against these individuals may be seen as quote-unquote harsh and offensive? 8949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp call 925-3261. Now, one of our listeners, Mr. Ryan, says, we need more emergency facilities like the fire station on the West Bay Road, and many of the larger developers should indeed, be paying for these. One of the listeners, I was looking for the comment that was shared because it was very succinct, despite it having, a few choice words in it. I suggested that, what we have now considered development is only just construction. What we looked at as investors are really just parasites, and the way it was phrased was quite, quite literary. Shall we take this call, my friend? Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Mr. Sterling, how are you doing today?
Excellent, excellent. How about you?
Boy, I tell you, I am thinking about this one movie called Love and Marriage.
Yeah, okay.
I know you would want to see Mr. Brown put himself in a mess. my goodness. No, I know you would want to be put in the
No, I don't want you to be in anything other than a success. Anything good, I would want for you. If it's a mess, no, not at all.
Well, it is a good thing. It's a good thing when you can. I think the Bible, I believe somewhere in the Bible says it's good when you can find a good wife. I don't have any. I had a little friend of mine, she was telling me, oh, you've been single for too long. But I didn't put much thought into this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what? Before I joke and say, boy, there's a saying that so a man isn't complete until he's married and then he's finished. But you sound like you're being pensive and I need to be serious. So you're into that phase now where you're considering matrimonial bliss.
Well, let me tell you. No, you're not getting old, you know. I know grandfather needed to get a little leg rub and stuff like that. But
I think we all, as social beings, we want companionship. We want honesty in our interactions and relationships, and we're looking for that level of fellowship. But marriage is something, as you said, should be, forever and lasting. It should be something that we enter into with a seriousness of heart and mind. A desire to make that commitment.
Yeah, it's a serious thing because what if I it goes for a lot of the people, not just because you might intend to live a respectful life, no, and the other half has other intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And say for example, if I was a pastor and then it doesn't work well, that's pretty bad.
Well, it go ahead and talk. Because I will share with you that perhaps as a friend reminded me recently, marriage is like in a partnership, right? It's about you getting something out of it, you bringing something to it, and like your business partner, you want to be contributing to the bottom line, right? And if your marriage is based on love and honesty and integrity and that intimacy that you bring, that sense of respect, togetherness, that healthy appreciation for each other's company, you're finding one day that you're taking most of the weight, and one day your partner is stepping up and carrying as much or if not more, so that together you're getting that place that you want to go, not about one taking advantage of the other. Do you think that's what is probably happening? We don't see marriage as that. It's almost become a cliche, a sacred institution, a thing to be valued and respected, cherished, and you put what you need to put into it to make it a success.
I think it has been redefined. When you look at it gives me cold chills to even hear the vows.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at what the pastor is going to say to you,
Mm-hmm.
do you intend to be with this person through sickness and health and everything else and all these things, and then you have another intention, which is, I don't know, whatever kind of thing it is that I don't want to get into. I don't put much thought into it, but
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking it's a subject that people need to look at very carefully, because I meet a lot of people, and I've been meeting people for a long time, but I don't get into that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
You got to be serious, you got to be mature, you got to be serious about life,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to mean well. I think that's one of the first things you have to mean well. You have to have good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the wealth is the greatest thing about it, but you got to mean each other well.
Mm-hmm.
That's one top principle, in my opinion. You have to mean well to the person, and you can't just think, I'm going to stay married now for 3 years, and then 3 years I make a plan to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't put much thought into stuff like that, but it's just a subject that I wanted to talk about, but it gave me cold chills even thinking of the song. To me, that's one of the most terrible songs that here comes the bride. I mean, I think.
So you
that's what,
maybe you're suffering from commitment phobia, man. But do you think marriage is for everyone?
No.
Why do you say that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But it's something that I wouldn't want to talk about too much on the air. But I don't think it's for everyone. Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, one of our listeners write, so some people marry to keep and protect their wealth. Interesting, huh? But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is. I know little different things about it, but it's something that I don't really talk about on too much at all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know what to tell you, but I like to make little jokes with them girls and talk about marriage and make a little fun of jokes and stuff like that. But so far I haven't managed to get involved.
Well,
I mean, like, yeah.
You might have, you know, like you, many of us attempt to joke and jest, and you know, we may find ourselves in a world today where many people don't necessarily appreciate it was all intended, as perhaps ill-advised as it may have been, harmless. So be mindful, as I say that to you, I remind myself of to whom we say things and what we say. But in your space, you know, you don't need to be alone nor lonely, even in the absence of, you know, a spouse. So keep your wits about you, keep your faith strong, and keep your principles, you know, ever centered, you know. All right, my friend?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, man. Take care of yourself.
Right. Okay.
All the best.
All right.
And from that caller, I would say we could take heed and be mindful of not just protecting the relations that we have, but preserving, you know, within us and those around us, a healthy respect for each other. Whether it's, you know, a matrimonial relationship that we enjoy, you know, whether it is, you know, a friendship that we want to cement, you know, that bond, so that we're there for each other. Whether, you know, we have in our minds found our soulmates, but sometimes, you know, like any arrangement, in a partnership, sometimes things come to a close despite our best efforts, sometimes without us even fully understanding, with us getting what the psychologists call a sense of closure. On one hand, we can accept the scriptures that when one door closes, another will open. We are earnest sometimes and fervent in a prayer that, you know, God will close doors, no man will open, or open doors, no man will close. And yet when it seems that a door is closed that we don't want closed, we don't see it as God's will. You know, we think it's something else. So are we prayerful and faithful? Do we have a great sense of faith and belief? By the same token, are we not only honest with others, are we honest with ourselves in our actions and our thoughts? Hey, only we ourselves can answer that. And despite what many may perceive or think or even, you know, act on, if it's not true, well, sometimes it will affect us, even if it is, it isn't. So, are we the best that we are at this moment? Are we endeavoring to be better in each engagement? Well, let's see. But as we get to the end of today's program, I don't know about you, but I have to remind myself it's only a Monday. And as much as I'm always excited to embrace each day, for some reason, this is the first time that I've kind of come to the first of the week and think, geez, it's Thursday already. Not that I'm expected and desirous of it to be Friday tomorrow, but just shows you how quickly, you know, time is slipping by. And if we can embrace the moment now, make it as best as we can, give as much as we can of it, and embrace it, is key. Well, give us a shout and share your thoughts for the remaining moments. 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp call 925-32621. Recognizing that, you know, this time so last week, we were probably, you know, looking at it and thinking, oh, it's going to be a Monday holiday. we have all these plans, and all of a sudden, well, those plans probably didn't, in your minds, extend to being in long lines in supermarkets preparing for an impending storm. Probably didn't involve having to, activate your hurricane sort of preparedness or be called up to those commitments they honored either through your job or your voluntary service. It just shows you how, in short time, life can change. And as much as you plan and prepare, sometimes when something happens, it's not the most convenient for you. But thankful, many have responded nonetheless. Now, we're feeling probably still a bit tired as a result, perhaps feeling all sorts of things, but hopefully also thankful that it wasn't any worse than it has been. All right, 949-8037 or 949-6990 or WhatsApp call 925-3261. Looking forward to having you join us tomorrow for more Talk Today right after the midday news. We're very, very grateful that much has happened, much potentially could happen, and we're prayerful that it will be positive and constructive. But the pause is, for emphasis. Are we doing anything that would deliberately make it otherwise? Are we doing anything very consciously to make it positive and productive? Some people sit idle by and watch something happen and afterwards say, well, I'm not going to tell you so. Knowing that many times in the past, had they stepped up, it would have been better, but they may have themselves have to encounter the wrath of people, despite their good intentions. Now, does that preclude you from still trying to do the right thing? Once bitten, twice shy, they said. Or do you still do the right thing because it's the right thing to do and you can do it? Well, thanks very much for joining us, and thanks to DJ Lynn for weathering the storm with me today. And very deliberate and directly. Grateful to him, like many of the stalwarts in the civil service. They come to work, they do, and then they go back and they do even more as needed to be done. In their commitments to the community and to their personal endeavors. And to the rest of you, all the very, very best, for the rest of today and the rest of the week. I'll ask that you continue to make your actions as positive and as productive as possible. If your comment is something that can be constructive, then let it be. If it's critical and it's honest, well, at least it's honest. Until tomorrow, my friends, have a wonderful afternoon.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Doctors Hospital.